today's video is all about the color. Raquel Welch still does make some of the nicer lace fronts that you will find on the market. It's gonna be noticeably lighter and it's gonna be warmer. Shaded Hazelnut here, which is a very similar color to Hazelnut. It is absolutely gorgeous, like dream hair material. I love this one. This is a great color for the fall, you guys. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and today I'm excited to show you guys 8 of Raquel Welch's popular brunette colors in, I think I have 6 different styles. So we just have a whole smorgasbord of wigs here for you today. But before I jump into everything, I'm gonna remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. So you guys, it is not often that I have a whole array of similar colors from the same brand that I can do videos like this. So I'm excited to be able to pull all these colors to show them to you all together so we can really compare these popular brunettes by Raquel Welch. Now, these colors I'm showing you are available in their true to life heat-friendly fiber styles, as well as in their feather light fiber styles. So today what I have to show you is off black, black coffee, dark chocolate, shaded iced Java, shaded iced Mocha, shaded hazelnut, and oh my gosh, copper mahogany. Did I say that one already? I don't think so. So those are the 8 I have to show you today. And I think what we'll do is we will start off with the darkest one and work our way up to the lighter ones. Now remember, today's video is all about the color. It's not necessarily about me giving you a review on all of these styles. Just know that the styles I am showing you today, most of them I believe I have done reviews on, so you can always go back and search for those and watch them later. And as I go through, I will let you know if there is a review on the styles I'm showing. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the darkest color that you'll be able to find in Raquel Welch's true to life heat friendly styles and in their feather light fiber styles. This here is called Posh Premier. This is one of their newer styles from their recent release when they did their brand new feather light fibers. So Posh Premier is made with their new feather light fibers. I do have a review specifically on Posh Premier if you want to go and check out everything there is to know about this wig. But let's look at this color here called RL2/4 off black. So that's essentially what this is. It's an off black color. It's basically a dark brown. It's not quite black. It doesn't look black. It's basically a dark brown. So what you have going on here is a mixture of 2, which is your darkest brown, and a 4, which is a dark brown. So it adds a little bit of dimension in there. So it's not just one solid color. But here she is. Let me give you a spin. Now, if you are a brunette and you are looking to purchase brunette colors, just one thing to keep in mind about darker colored fibers is that when you have a lace front, unfortunately the knotting is going to be a little bit more visible with these darker fibers than they will be if they were to be a blonde fiber. So just keep that in mind. Because these are synthetic fibers, you cannot bleach the knots, so they are going to, like I said, be a little bit more evident. You can do things like add some powdered makeup to your hairline here to sort of blur the knots a little bit, but overall, they're just gonna be a little bit more noticeable. But all that being said, Raquel Welch still does make some of the nicer lace fronts that you will find on the market, so it's still gonna be pretty good. Okay, the next lightest color that you're gonna find is called RL4/10SS Shaded Iced Java. So I'm gonna first show it to you in comparison to RL24 off black. Okay, let me perform the old switcheroo here. Take off Posh Premier, and now I have this in the style called Simmer Elite. I actually don't have a review specifically for Simmer Elite, but I do have a comparison video where I show the difference between Simmer Elite, Editor's Pick, and I think Wavy Day. So go check that out because I definitely dive a lot more into Simmer Elite in that video. Okay, so like I said, the color code for this is RL4/10SS. One thing to keep in mind, anytime you see the RL in front of a color code. Let me just show you this on Posh Premier first. RL2/4. The RL is going to be an indication that your fiber is a heat-friendly fiber. Whether it's Feather Light like Posh Premier was or True to Life, it would both have RL in front of it. If you don't see the RL in front of your color code on your tag, then that means it's not heat-friendly. So in Shaded Iced Java here, you're going to find the 4, which is going to be that dark brown we saw in here, which is the lighter color of brunette we found in Posh Premier in the RL24. So the 4 is going to be that dark brunette you see in the whole base of this color. And the 10 is going to be the lighter, cooler brown that you see highlighted all throughout the color. Let me give you a spin. It's really nice because it's just a subtle highlight. It's there, but it's not too prominent. It does come forward at the front here. So what Raquel Welch has done is they've brought that 10 forward at your hairline, which is perfect for this color because you don't see the knots as easily because it is a lighter color. So I find that on a color like this, it really helps to make that lace front look much more natural. Now, in color code for Raquel Welch, you also hear the SS. Let me show you the tag here, RL4/10SS. The SS stands for shadow shade, which is another way of saying that there is a root. However, when you have a dark wig like this, it's a bit harder to notice the rooting on it because it's already dark. So when you have a dark color like this with a shadow shade, essentially that is gonna make it look like your highlights have grown out a little bit and they haven't gone fully to your root. So this one does have a root, it's just not going to be as evident than if it were like a blonde color with rooting. All right, my next color for you is gonna be RL4/6, also known as Black Coffee. So let's look at the difference here. It's gonna be noticeably lighter and it's gonna be warmer. Shaded Iced Java is gonna be much cooler. So this one here is RL4/6 Black Coffee. So I have Black Coffee on the same wig I just showed. This is Simmer Elite again, just a little bit lighter and a little bit warmer. Why don't I start off with a little spin on this color? So RL4/6 is gonna be a blend of a 4, which is a dark brown, and a 6, you can definitely see the 6 throughout here. This is gonna be more of a medium brown. So again, when you combine those two colors, it gives you a little bit of dimension so it's not that one flat color. Because when you have a flat color on a synthetic wig, it makes it look not quite as natural. So I love how they have blended these two colors together to create a little bit more of that natural medium brunette color. And like I said, even though in comparison to Shaded Iced Java, it's a bit warmer, overall, I do find that this is more of a neutral toned color. And let me show you quickly how it compares to RL24 Off Black. It's quite a bit lighter. All right, our next step up is gonna be RL6/8 Dark Chocolate. I always find the name Dark Chocolate doesn't really match because this doesn't really look dark. It's more of a medium brown. But here is RL6/8 Dark Chocolate in comparison to RL4/6 Black Coffee. All right, let's switch it up. Now this time, I don't have Simmer Elite on this time. This one here is straight to camera. And this also is one of their newer styles with their Feather Light fibers. And I do have a review all about straight to camera on my YouTube channel, so go check it out. This has been one of my favorite styles lately. I just absolutely adore this. Okay, let's take a look at this color all the way around. So RL6/8 Dark Chocolate here is gonna be a mix of a 6 and an 8. So it's basically a combination of two medium brown colors. The 6 is gonna be a medium brown leaning on the darker side, and the 8 is gonna be a medium brown leaning on the lighter side. So you add it all together and it just makes this nice neutral medium brown. Here it is next to 4/6 Black Coffee and 4/10SS Shaded Iced Java. And now just because I have this here, I want to show you guys Dark Chocolate, so RL6/8 on a different wig. So this is the same color I just showed, but this is on selfie mode. I also have a full review on selfie mode that you can go and check out and learn all about. But let me give you a spin so you can see this whole style. Okay, now if you are liking RL68 here, but you're like, it's not warm enough, I need something with some red in it, then I want you to take a look at RL6/30 Copper Mahogany. So Copper Mahogany here is gonna be more of a warmer version of RL68. Let me go ahead and put this one on. Now again, I have this here in the wig straight to camera, which like I mentioned earlier, I do have a review on this style. Isn't this a gorgeous color? I love this one. This is a great color for the fall, you guys. So RL6/30 is gonna be a blend of a 6 and a 30. So the 6 is gonna be that rich medium brunette, that medium leaning a bit darker medium brunette. And then the 30, which is gonna be this reddish color going all throughout. So the 6 here in Copper Mahogany is going to be the same 6 that you see as the darker color in 6/8. Here's the comparison between 6/8 dark chocolate and 6/30 Copper Mahogany. Obviously this is much warmer. All right, now if you are loving these warmer tones, but you want to go maybe a little bit lighter and a little bit less red and more gingery, check out RL8/29 Hazelnut. So here they are in comparison. Like I said, Hazelnut's gonna be a little bit lighter than RL6/30 Copper Mahogany. Now I have Hazelnut in the wig called Cruise Control, which is a really gorgeous bob. I have done a review on Cruise Control, not a separate review, but I did it in a combination when there was a new release going on of Cruise Control, Model Mode, and Flash Forward. So when those 3 wigs were released, I did one video that showcased all 3 of those. So check out the video that has Cruise Control, Model Mode, and Flash Forward, and you will see me talk all about this gorgeous style. But let me do a spin for you so you can see RL8/29. So essentially what we see here is a blend of the 8 and the 29. So your 8 is gonna be that medium brunette and your 29 is gonna be more of that ginger brown that you see highlighted all throughout the color. Now Raquel Welch also has this color in a rooted version. So RL8/29 is not rooted. So those highlights, these ginger highlights, go all the way up to the root. If you're someone who loves the look of a root, even on these darker colors, you might want to try RL8/29 SS. Remember the SS stands for shadow shade, which is a way of saying a root. Shaded hazelnut. So I have now shaded hazelnut here, which is a very similar color to hazelnut, but it has a root. So let me go ahead, do the old switcheroo again. And I'm gonna put on the style called Feature Length, which again is one of Raquel Welch's newer releases this year with their feather light fibers. I do have a review of Feature Length. Also, similar how I did with Cruise Control, when there was a new release, I did the review of 3 styles. I also did the same with Feature Length, Showrunner, and I think it was Waves and Raves that I kind of did all together. But let's take a look at RL8/29 SS Shaded Hazelnut. So again, it's gonna have the same colors as hazelnut, that medium brown, and the ginger brown highlighted all throughout. But with shaded hazelnut, you have that root. So you can see here that the highlights don't go all the way up to the root. It's like that grown out highlight look to give you that shaded appearance. I love this wig. This is probably one of my favorite longer wigs that ever existed. It is absolutely gorgeous, like dream hair material. Okay, now let me give you a couple more comparisons here. This is gonna be the RL4/6 Black Coffee, and this is gonna be the RL4/10 SS Shaded Iced Java. So here we are in comparison. Okay, I have one more color to show you guys, and that is the color RL8/12SS Shaded Iced Mocha. So here it is in comparison to Shaded Hazelnut. Obviously it's gonna be more of a neutral, just sort of standard brunette looking color, whereas this one has more evident highlighting and it's warmer. But here they are in comparison. And I have this color here, Shaded Iced Mocha, in again, Cruise Control, which I showed earlier as well. And like I said, I do have that review on Cruise Control. That's together with the model mode and flash forward. So here is Cruise Control in the color RL8/12 Shaded Iced Mocha. So in this color, you're gonna find a blend of an 8 and a 12. So the 8 is gonna be that medium brown, and the 12 is gonna be your lightest brown color. And it's all blended together nicely to give you this medium leaning light brunette color. And then this is an SS, it's a shadow shaded color, so we do have that root, but it is so subtle in this color, you barely even notice it. So it's gonna give you that look of a grown out highlight. So the grown out, you'll see the 12 kind of grown out here, but honestly, it's so subtle. It just creates that barely there look. So RL8/12SS Shaded Iced Mocha. Ooh. Let me show this in comparison to RL68 Dark Chocolate. Dark Chocolate is gonna be a little bit warmer than Shaded Iced Mocha. And just for extra assurance, let's throw in the RL4/10SS Shaded Iced Java. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. Know that this isn't all of the brunettes in the Raquel Welch line. There are a few more. I did obviously show you a ton of them, so it does sort of cover a good chunk of the brunettes. Hopefully one day I can sort of tackle the other ones and fill in the little gaps that I'm missing here. But I hope this gives you a good overall view of what these brunettes are gonna look like. And what's gonna work best for you. I know you brunette ladies feel like you are forgotten sometimes, so I just want you to know I see you, I love you, and I'm gonna try my best to share brunettes when I get them. But for now, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.